Happy Tuesday, friends. It is Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures on Junk and Craft Treasures and Decoupage Central tonight. So as you're coming on, let us know you're here. If you see the red light up here in the corner, then you are on the live. If you don't see that red light, then you are on the replay. So hashtag replay and let us know that you were here, my friends. I hope everybody had a great day. I know a lot of y'all are getting some severe weather. I know we had some this morning. So I know most of y'all or some of y'all will be catching on a replay tonight. So like I said, as you're coming on, say hello. We will be gifting a gift card at the end of the live tonight to a Decoupage Central. And hopefully everything is working good. So if you're on, let me know you're here. Let me know I can see your comments. You know I love to interact with y'all. We are going to be working with some paint inlays again tonight. I worked with them on Sunday. I had so many questions. I wanted to come back on tonight, do a live, answer some of those questions with you guys live, and do one or two projects with them tonight. Hey, Nikki, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Let me get over here on the Decoupage Central page as well, guys, and we will get started. Hey, Brenda. I know a lot of y'all asked me today too. I've had a lot of messages and I apologize that I have not been able to keep up with my messages as good as I normally do because I am working on taxes right now, y'all. Taxes, taxes, taxes. Gotta love taxes. Hey, Kathy. So a lot of y'all asked about the weather here earlier today. It was bad this morning driving into work. It was very, very, very rainy. Hey, Erin, how are you, my friend? And now we're having wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. We have had those since, I guess, maybe noon today. So windy, windy, windy. You are on the live, Darlene, so welcome. Welcome. So yeah, it has been super windy, guys. We got some rain this morning, and then we're getting some, I guess because of the winds, we're getting some dirt and dust from West Texas. And yeah, so it's a mess. Hey, Susan. Hey, Eva. How are you? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Okay, guys, like I said, I had tons of questions about inlays from Sunday's live that I did on my page. So I wanted to come back on tonight and answer all the questions, do a couple projects, go through some things because there's a lot of y'all that are apprehensive about using them. They can make beautiful projects. You just have to have the confidence to do them. So hopefully tonight we will get that down for you guys. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Marion. So yeah, it could be worse, Erin. It could definitely be worse. We know everywhere else, you know, fires in California earlier and all that stuff. So this is nothing compared to that, but I will not be going outside. I came home and my shingles were like standing straight up on our roof tonight. So on the way home, lots of downed trees, all of the things that comes with that, guys. So it's been a day. So hopefully my internet and everything stays good tonight and we're good. Hey, Monica, how are you? So, but our storms, because we are about 75 miles south of Dallas, and they got hit a lot harder than we did on the rain. But I know, I'm telling you, girl, it's like very yellowish outside. It's like a yellow haze. I think they said our visibility is like 1 mile. So, I mean, it's not very good with it right now. Hey, Barb. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If y'all wouldn't mind sharing and doing all those things, because like I said, it's been one of those days, guys. One of those days. I know, Kathy. So we're going to work with inlays. We are going to, I guess it would help if I would show you what we're working with tonight, right? So we are going to work with this adorable green bunny inlay, because y'all know I love my bunnies. Love, love, love. And then we're going to make, because this one has some spring. I know some people are saying, oh, but the bunnies are Easter. I associate Easter with, or excuse me, let me start over. Give me some laughs on that one, y'all. I associate bunnies with spring and summer. I don't know. That's me. So we've got the roses, the flowers, all the things. So I don't look at them as a Easter part. So think spring, think summer. We can pair them with stencils, all the good things, guys. And then we're gonna do a pretty rose piece. So yeah, it's crazy, Brenda, absolutely crazy. So we're gonna use this, one of these at least. Y'all, these are, okay, so I had somebody ask me, and it is very apparent. I'm gonna hold these up. One is very vibrant, and the other one is muted, okay? So see the difference side by side. These are very pigmented, very pigmented. Yes, Gloria. And then these are a lighter color. So it's not that they're not transferring correctly when we do our paint inlays or anything like that. It's just, it's a lighter, softer color. I know, right, Brenda? That's my blooper for tonight. Hopefully we find all the things and do all the things right tonight, right? I know. Me wish, like, okay, so was it rose Chinlays, I think is what they did, where there was like a whole pack of roses. I wish at some point they would do like an 8-pack of these, because I am in love with those. But let's get started. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out why my screen is so dark that I can't see anything, but that's okay. Par for the course, right, guys? All right, I'm gonna do a little bit different. We're gonna do 2 different paints today. Hey Tracy, how are you? Hey Kathy. Okay, brown paint. Let me find a paper plate. That would be great. So are y'all having a good week so far, y'all? I've been thinking it's Wednesday all day, but like I said, I've been working on taxes and trying to get that together. Got a meeting on March the 18th to do those. So it doesn't sound like it's, I mean, it sounds like it's far away, but I have got to get better at keeping better records throughout the year than at the end of the year for the new year. And we're in March. I mean, we're already 2 months in on the new year. You want paint inlays so bad, but you're scared. Do not be scared, my friend. Okay, so we're going to use some brown paint, but we're going to use it as stain tonight. So what I'm going to do, and grab, oh, it's like I got a whole new, hey Kay, I got a whole new bucket of, and yes, it is a bucket, but it's really a box. I call everything a bucket. If you watch me, everything's a bucket of these. So hopefully y'all see me always like looking for them on my live. I've got them right down here on the floor, but I forgot they were down there. So I'm going to take some paint, mix it with some water, and we're going to make a stain for our feet. Hey, Jennifer. Make a stain color for our feet. Now, what I'm using these for, I'm making a little riser stand. I did get this off of Craft Deals. And y'all, it came with a piece that I have never seen it come with before. And I don't know. Normally they come in 2s. You had this week off? Oh, how fun. I need to take a vacation somewhere. I don't know where we want to go. We didn't do anything last year because of health and all that stuff. So I need to do something. I need to do something this year. Just got a notification on my phone of a power outage. That's interesting. Hey, Mary Ann. Hey, Susan. I know, Erin, you keep telling me that, and they may be, but I don't know. The little buds make me think they're roses, but I may be saying them wrong. They're pretty, whatever they are. I am painting the little buns of the feet, I guess you would say, for a riser. So I'm painting the part that is going to be down on the bottom of our riser. And I'm going to paint that brown as well. But I am thinning out my paint so it paints it a little bit faster, and I only have to do that 1 coat. So I've got a spritz of water with my paint, and I'm just dipping it in there because I put out a lot of paint. Hey Luann, how are you? They are flat pieces. They're round on the side and flat here. round and flat, a mixture of both. A little more water. You are good, my friend. You are good. We're going to work on some paint inlays tonight. If you can't catch the live, you're hopping on, fast forwarded, let us know you're here. And guys, comment, ask the questions, ask the questions. I will be happy to answer them. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this piece is I want to have a chippy look, but I don't want to use wax because we're using the paint inlay and that's going to cause issues when we go to use the paint inlay. So I'm going to use some more of this brown paint first, and then I'm going to use my palette knife over it. Girl, it would probably kill me. That is a lot. I guess I could get a scooter. Yeah, that's a lot for me. All right, so we're just putting down our base coat. And like I said, I've added water just to thin out my paint. Because like I said, we're putting another paint on top of it. So we're really not going to see a whole lot of this, but I want it to show through. But I don't want to use a whole lot of paint. That's going to be kind of, I don't want to say wasted because nothing's ever wasted. But more of that stain look. I'm trying to keep my table clean, guys, and I painted on it already. Hang on. I'm trying to do better at keeping things clean. But I know a lot of y'all are having some bad weather tonight, so I hope everything is okay for y'all. Got a lot of messages before the live that I saw like the first glimpse of the messages. But like I said, I haven't checked all my messages lately. Once I get the taxes done, I'll be back to normal. But I don't know about y'all, but when I work with numbers and spreadsheets, I gotta focus. All right, got the top. So it just kind of looks like a stain. I know that looks a little bit weird, but looks like a stain. You got a scooter for me, my friend? We have one. It's just super heavy to get in and out of the car. I'm going to paint the sides real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and do both pieces. Get those painted. And then we'll go back and forth on our projects. So we're doing 2 projects tonight. Hey, Cassie. How are you, my friend? And just an update, if you've ordered bunnies in the last week, we are hoping to have those bunnies out this week. So if you've ordered bunnies, they're coming. You're always my, well, you know I am too. Hey, Deb. Hello, Jeannie. Deb, did y'all get any weather today? Because I bet y'all got it worse than we did. Okay, so that's good. Stick it in my water. And we're going to do, I'm going to do white. Still making magnets. I know you're doing really well with those. Okay, guys, so we're going to take another brush and we're going to do this one white. This is just a piece of wood that I had Terry cut for me. So we're going to do 2 methods tonight. We are going to use a varnish and paint to transfer our inlay. Girl, you would wear yourself out if you pushed me around in a wheelchair all day. Oh, my friend, you would be so tired. I might take you up on it, but you would be so tired. But what I was going to say is we're going to do paint with our inlay, and then we're going to do varnish. One of the things that I wanted to stress to y'all, and I'm already painting that, and I didn't mean to. One of the things I want to stress to y'all with paints and inlays. I always recommend testing your product before you use it, especially if it's something new to you. So paint inlays are going to vary with a lot of different variables. It's going to depend on the type of paint you use. It's going to depend on the type of varnish you use. It's going to depend if you're, like my paint has a little bit of a top coat in it. So it does help a little bit, but then sometimes it gets stuck and peels back a little bit. So it really depends on a lot of factors. So I recommend for you to try out what works with a small part of an inlay before you attempt a larger project. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you how paint flies. I don't even realize that I am flashing my paint, but I have painted almost all of my computer screen white. No, it's just regular water. Just regular water. But yeah, I have paint all over my computer screen. But anyway, I really, really suggest testing it out. And for some, how do I want to say it? For some ways with your chippy backgrounds and other ways, it's going to be better to use a varnish. For like this project right here, where we're just making a cute piece of wood to put out with all of our other spring decor, paint is going to work best. So like I said, it just depends on what look you're going for. So I do want to stress that. Okay, I am going to go ahead. Try not to splatter the paint on me, but when I was doing that motion, I was just flicking it all the way over there. Terry's gonna see that computer screen and be like, really, honey? Really? Better than orange. You did get some. Are you still getting the winds, Deb? Our winds have been crazy. Crazy, crazy. I was driving home and I was joking with Jonelle earlier. I was like, it was like the Wizard of Oz. I was just waiting to be hurled up and because I was dodging stuff, like stuff would just get hurled in the air out of nowhere, or you'd be going through a residential area and here comes like a trash can. Hey Marie, how are you? All right, let me get back over here because, like I said, I've been splattering paint everywhere and now my computer is stuck. It's not because of that. Oh, let's see real quick, guys. Let me see. What in the world? Oh, you know what? It is a touch screen, so let's see if that has anything to do with it. Oh my stars. What is happening? Oh wait, we're not gonna worry. We are not gonna worry about that tonight, y'all. So if I am missing some comments, I will get back to them because I'm not gonna focus on that because we want to do some cute projects. Very windy right now. Yes. We are still, they said through, I think tomorrow afternoon we were supposed to have it. So that is going to be definitely some wind for us. Okay. So what I want to do on this piece is I'm going to take a palette knife because I want it pretty thick. And y'all see me do this for, I'm not going to put it there, I'm going to knock it over. Y'all have seen me do this before. I'm going to move this because I can't. Y'all, telling you. See, paint on my computer, but my computer quit working, so I don't know. Y'all. Can't sweat the small stuff, right? Okay. So, y'all see me do this around the edges. We're going to do it a little bit different. We are going to do it over our brown. So, I'm going to come through. Get a little thick right there, but it'll be okay. So, instead of painting with my paintbrush, I'm going to be painting with my palette brush. Y'all see what I'm doing? Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Like I said, it was a little iffy today. So see what I'm doing, guys? I am just, because y'all know me, I like the chippy look. I like it. And this is a little bit easier for people instead of using wax as well. So I'd like to show y'all different ways to achieve the same look on some things. So I'm just gonna drag it. Oh, I know, I've seen them everywhere, y'all. I know, lots of storms coming for everybody. Okay, so this one we're obviously going to use our varnish method on because I've got kind of a cool background for my flowers. So we're just kind of giving it a little bit of a chippy. I'm going to go and add a little bit thicker in some places, but we're not having to do any sanding, anything like that. Yes, so easy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dry it, and then I'm gonna go over it just a little bit more to where it doesn't look like it's just slapped on there. We're gonna go a little bit thicker in some spots, but it's gonna be pretty, I promise. You can, but, oh, I'm sorry, Marcy. As far as inlays, transfers, you can. The inlays, we're gonna have to use a varnish. So we're gonna use a paint method tonight and a varnish method so you can kind of see the difference in the applications of those. So then I'm just gonna add in some of those spots, just thicker, so it really looks like it's chipped paint, okay? So we'll have some light paint, some dark paint, all the things. All right. And you can play around with it as much as you want until you get your desired look. That's the beauty of this one. You can really play around with it. Okay, and you can even go this way. You can do all the things. I'm gonna go a little bit this way too. And remember, I like doing fun, different backgrounds, guys, just to have the piece stand out a little bit different. We're gonna do the same thing on our feet. Just gonna give it that chunky. If you want to paint them solid, go for it. This is just a method that I'm using. It's not going to be for everyone, I know that. But I try to give you the skills to where you can create something yourself with your own style and flair. It could, Gloria. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Y'all, I have so many projects that I want to get done. I need to be live like 2 hours a day, every day for the next 3 weeks. Remember, these are going to be sitting, so even though they look like a hot mess right now, they're going to be sitting underneath it. And I am making a mess. I don't care if I get paint on my fingers. I promise it will all look good and we can fix it as we go. Hey, Lynn. Never late, my friend. I know there is a lot going on tonight. I know a lot of people are without power, so I pray that power comes back and gets restored quickly. I know we had a lot of Encore vehicles around town today. Okay, like I said, I can touch those up when I get there. I know! Don't say never, Deb. We can still do it. Hey, Susan. All right. Still got messy hands, but you know what? It's okay. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna, I'm sure y'all are looking at those going, ugh. So we're gonna put those to the side so it doesn't distract anybody on what we're doing now. Okay. Like I said, we're gonna do 2 different methods. So I'm gonna get this coat dry. I forgot to do the sides of this, y'all, so I'm kind of doing it as I'm going here. I've got plenty of paint on my finger. Terry'd be like, now you're gonna get a splinter. Oh, thank you. All right, guys. Just gonna give it a light sanding just because the board, we did not sand the board before the live. So that's another thing to take into consideration when you do your inlays. If you do them on wood that is not sealed, you said what size, and I looked at that. If you do an inlay on a piece of wood that is not sealed, where the paint can soak into the crevices and all the things, you're gonna have some imperfections, guys. So like I said, there's so many variables to them, so don't let them scare you. Just be familiar with the surface that you're working on and which way you're gonna do it. It looks like they are 8-inch. 8-inch, Brenda. All right, let's put that one there. And we're gonna grab our bunnies. Another reason I dried it is just so no paint can go through while I'm doing my placement. And so what I think I wanna do is we'll bring that down, his feet. I don't want to lose half of this bunny right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. So I'm gonna cut around that. Remember at the beginning of the live, I was like, what am I not going to be able to find? I don't know where my scissors are. Stand by, please. They were right here. They were right here. Here they are. I knew they were here somewhere. So all I'm going to do is, let's see, because I don't want to lose all of, because they are reusable when you use them on paint. So let's put it right here. And what I'm gonna do, normally you would cut exactly how you want it, but I don't want to lose some of these designs. So for the time being, I am just gonna cut around them. I know I get into that concentration and get really, really quiet. Okay, guys, so do you have any questions about inlays? I know so many people are scared to use them. They are a little unpredictable sometimes, but once you do a test, you get familiar with it. I did this whole cabinet back here with them. They're not scary, I promise. So we are gonna lay these down. So like I said, I did this. Now I've got this little space up here. I may add a little something to that little corner after we do this, but I will see, because we will have part of that flower there. So we'll see. But I didn't want to lose my running bunny, y'all. So like I said, we're doing paint on this one. So you're gonna want your paint to be wet. Okay, so I've got a good amount. You know what, y'all? I meant to grab my brayer. I forgot my brayer again. I was going to show y'all. Dynamite. I was going to show y'all how to use it with a brayer, but we're just going to do the pat method again like we did the other day. Now, this is a larger piece of wood than if we had a smaller piece of wood. So we have, what are we working with here? It's a 12 by 7 1/4. Yeah, 7 1/4. So if you are worried about your paint drying before you get your paint inlay down, guys, you can work in sections, okay? So there's always, like I said, start small, go bigger, but we are gonna want our paint wet. We're working with wet paint on our inlay. Remember, you've got ridges, pores, all the things in your wood that can cause imperfections. So if you were doing this on a, I don't want to say plastic surface, but if you used a bonder on a plastic surface or a sealed piece of wood that you're doing for furniture and all of that, you're still going to have a little bit of the imperfection because it is a paint inlay, it's paint on paint. But if you have holes and all the things, it's going to be a little bit different. Hey Nikki, how are you? Got 2 Nikki's on today. So I'm just gonna go through, really make sure I'm not putting thick coats of paint, guys, but I am making sure that when I drag my brush, it glides smoothly and I've got a good amount of paint on there, okay? That is important. I did move my fan off of it because like I said, I want to work that paint and use the wet paint. Don't want it dry. Some people spritz this part before they lay it down. I do not. When you find your method that works for you, but this is how I do mine, okay? Just kind of smoothing it in. I don't have my brayer, so I'm using my fingers. And y'all, I have accidentally done it the opposite direction where I forgot. Now see, like right here, I don't have enough paint. So just to show y'all, that's not even attempting to stick down, except right there. So I'm just gonna take some paint and put it there and put it down, okay? I don't know about y'all, when I do decoupage paper, sometimes I forget my corners or my corners dry first. I don't know how it happens, but it does. And we're just gonna put that up there, okay. Don't wanna play with it too much because we don't want it to smear. Like I said, I don't have my brayer. Take your time with inlays, guys. Take your time. This is not a process to be rushed by any means. Just really make sure. Okay, so now that I have it down, and like I said, some people feel more comfortable with spritzing it before they put it down. Absolutely can do it if that works for you. Absolutely can. Me, it makes me a nervous wreck when I go to put it in and rub it in because I'm like, oh, it's gonna run, but that's just me. It works perfectly for some. So we've got it on here. It is dry. Well, it's not dry, but you know what I mean. So now I'm gonna take, I was gonna do my water. Somebody had told me this was very helpful. I had gotten this from another crafter, Stephanie from the Vintage Owl. I'm gonna take a baby wipe. It's just a regular baby wipe. They're called paint inlays, Maggie. And I am going to just press down and get my designs wet so that paint is activated. And I'll kind of show you the difference in the screen. So see the bottom versus the other. It's a lot greener. I don't have this one done yet, but I've done the other two. And then we're gonna come and just press it in. Okay, so like I said, I'm using a baby wipe. These are just regular wipes. Okay, when you do this method, it is recommended to wet it and walk away from it and come back when it's dry. Since we're on lives, we tend to speed things up. If you wanted to leave this like this for a while and come back to it, absolutely can. It's not gonna cause any problems, any issues, okay? See how we've got most of it darkened up except the top and the side, 2 on the side. And I am going to say this too about paint inlays. I think, me personally, with what I have experimented with, because I try to do different things to show y'all different methods and all the things, because I've showed you other methods that y'all thought were hard, but a lot of y'all really liked the baby wipe. So that's why we're doing this one again, because it's a little bit easier to control your water, to put that pressure down. But the paint, I think your paint really matters, because if you are using a chalk paint and if it gets, I don't know how to explain it. If you are heating it up and it gets too hot, I don't know how to say it. Like, your inlay can go into your paint. Like, I don't want to say seep in, but you're kind of re-wetting both of them and you can lose some of your image, okay? So just be mindful how you heat it if you heat it. That's why I say, if you're not doing a live, guys, get it wet, let it do its thing properly, and transfer into the paint, adhere into the paint, do the next process. Don't try to rush it all the time. You know, Terry asked me that before the live, and I would not recommend it because it does have cleaning disinfectant on it. That's just my thing. You could also, look at me, I'm gonna keep trying to wash my hands with them. If you wanted to spray a little more water, you could spray a little and then just come through with your baby wipe. You can use a sponge. You can use so many things, guys. But anyway, so we've got that wet. I am gonna kind of walk away from it, let it dry a little bit naturally while we do our other one and come back to this one. Thank you for the stars, my friend. I appreciate that. So this is wet, okay? It's wet. You can feel that it is wet. Like I said, we're just gonna set it to the side. We're gonna come back over here. Now, I'm using varnish on this one. I will tell you, because I had somebody ask me about the varnish. All varnishes work differently. Hey, how are you, Ginger, with Gingerly Creations? Hang on one second. All varnishes work different. You have, some people like their Mod Podges for varnishes. Some people use spray varnishes. Some people use, like me, I use dead flat varnishes. All of your varnishes are different. So if you are, again, I can't stress it enough, test your paint, test your varnish with your paint inlays. Test your backgrounds. And like I said, they're never going to be perfect. If you want 100% perfect project with no character, this is not going to be the project for you. It's going to have, you're always going to have just a little bit that doesn't work in one place. It's just going to give it some character is what I call it. But if you want it absolutely perfect, it's not going to be perfect. I can promise you that. Okay. It's going to be close, but not, I'm going to go ahead and do my sides, guys. So I want everybody to experience it. They have all different price levels for the paint inlays at Decoupage Central. All different. Get that on there to dry it. Oh, I'm trying. That's not gonna come out. That's okay. But anyway, we have all different price ranges, different designs. I want y'all all to feel confident enough to try them at some point. If we need to all have a get together at some point and do them together, I want you to try them for real. And that goes for you too, Deb. Because I love to try new things and just do the things. I know this is backwards because Facebook, when you do 2 pages, won't let you flip the camera. If you do 1 page, it'll let you flip. 2 pages, it's out. But it's called Modern Masters Decorative Painters Dead Flat Varnish. This is what I use. This is how I do my paint inlay for this particular project. There are lots of YouTube videos and things for other products, but this is the one that I use, okay? So they'll all work, like I said, a little bit differently. Oh, girl, I'm gonna tell you, Nikki, it is my favorite. It is my favorite. So we've got this one's pretty big. I think I'm gonna go with this one. That's the one we're gonna do. Because it's gonna cover a lot of it. When you use the varnish, depending on your varnish, and when I'm saying varnish, I'm talking sealer method. You're only gonna get one use most of the time out of your paint inlay, depending on your varnish and how you do it. If you use the paint method, you can get 2, 3, 4 times out of your inlays. But remember, when you take the paint, some of the paint will come up with it, so each image will be a little bit lighter each time. When I use my dead flat varnish, I do not wet my paper at all, okay? Someone today said, well, my varnish, I have to do the same steps. I have to wet it. I have to get it into that surface. It just depends what, like I said, what product you're using. Mine, I can just put on my varnish, put my image down, really get it in there, and we're good to go. So this is the varnish method. Like I said, different varnishes, different ways. You do work this one a little bit faster because it is a sealer. You don't want it to get stuck to your sealer. And yes, I am splattering my sealer everywhere. So what we're gonna do is get those brush strokes, which it dries matte, so it'll be fine. And this is where you really need your brayer, but I didn't get my brayer. So I'm really just gonna get that image into my varnish. Okay. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, guys. I'm gonna wet it just a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna matter. This is my, make sure it's my baby wipe. I'm gonna do it because somebody asked me. So we're gonna test it together. We're just gonna test it. Why not, right? Because I don't want somebody to come in midstream on this video and be like, oh, we don't have to wet that at all. So at least if y'all see me do it, y'all will know. Now, with the varnish, once it dries, we are going to start peeling it back. It's matte. It is matte. It is interior water-based. Okay, so that's what I use. Interior water-based. I let it sit for about a minute to a minute and a half. So I added water, so I might let it sit just a little bit longer, or I said water, my thing. I know, I'm telling you, this one is fantastic. Fantastic, look at this. Like you get 2 sheets like this, y'all. These are fantastic. Hey, Jessica. All right, I do a little test. And I look like I'm pretty much almost there, y'all. I'm gonna let it sit for maybe another 10, 15 seconds. I do want to try something. Hang on. I'm gonna re-wet it real quick and just see if it makes a difference on my varnish. I just want to see. I don't think it does. Okay. I just wanted to see. Really doesn't, but I'm just gonna do it. Because somebody asked me. is a baby wipe. It is just a baby wipe. Just a baby wipe. Okay. So hopefully y'all can see it transferring. Can y'all see it? I hope y'all can. Now, if you have, like I have a little bit right there, I may not have let it sit long enough because I did do that wipe. So all I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm gonna lay it back down. Hold that thought. I'm gonna pounce a little bit of this varnish right here. Just lay it back down. Nikki, I normally don't. I was trying that. Method because somebody had said that they had better results. I don't think I do. So that's why I am back to how I originally started. I'm like, I'm not wetting it. I'm getting it dry. And I'm going to pull. My inlay back. Okay, so I know it looks kind of wild with that background, but that is with our varnish, and I would not recommend wetting it with the dead flat. I like my results when I don't wet it, but we wetted it. So what I think I want to do, guys, I kind of want to do it over, but let's do the other one, and if we have time, I'll do it over. But if not, we will see how we do it. I should have done it. See, like I said, when you get your own method, don't listen to other people. Do it the way you want to do it. Because I should have gone ahead and done it the way that I normally would do it. Because I may fix that, y'all. We'll see. I probably will. Okay. Because I'll show you how to fix it. I know, I like it like that, but yep, you do, Nikki. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and spray that. And then I'm going to bring my wipe, because this was paint. Make sure I keep smelling it to make sure it's not my Clorox wipe, y'all. I swear I'm not crazy. I swear I haven't lost my mind. I'm telling y'all not to use a Clorox wipe, and I'm like, did I pick up a Clorox wipe or not? Okay, can y'all see that? Okay, so I'm gonna start, hang on, get that in there a little bit. Hang on, y'all. I told y'all I have problems with my edges. Stand by. Just gonna put that in there. Okay, we're gonna start down here. Feel like if your paper doesn't peel, you need to wet it a little bit more. So I am gonna use that to wet it, y'all. For the peeling, because it's a large piece. So you want your paper, can y'all see that? You want your paper to glide. Okay, see how we're gliding? Don't rush it, just lightly peel it back. Can y'all see it on your end? I'm just taking my time. Like I said, you're going to get a different look every time you do it. But we can use this inlay again. How dark should it be? This one is kind of a light print, so it is going to look lighter than the other one that's with it. I'm going to let that dry so I can use it again. Look how cute, y'all. Just got a cute board with our inlays. And you know what I want to do? Hang on. I want to take, stand by. Y'all know me, I gotta play around. I like to play around. Let's do this red bunny, just to show y'all the difference of the colors. Y'all got time, right? Y'all got time to experiment and play, right? Y'all know I'm gonna rust that one up a little, or rust it. What am I trying to say? Antique it a little bit. Okay, so we've got our bunnies on this, which is really, really cute. I hope you can see the bunnies. Still a little bit wet, so we're gonna dry it, all the things, but just gonna let it dry naturally. Let's do, I think they're fun because you never really know what you're gonna get. And I think they're fun to play with. Fun to create with and play with, all the fun things. Okay, so I've got one coat down. I am going to hit this with the paint, or with the heat. I'll dry that one too. And this is a smaller area, so I'm going to kind of show you how you can control a smaller area versus a larger area. Because like I said, I know some of y'all are like, oh, I don't want to do a big area. So I'm going to show you the small area versus the large area. So we're going to take our buddy, lay it as straight as we can. I don't know if I centered that right or not, y'all. I don't have my brayer, so I'm just kind of not using my fingers this time. I'm really getting that in there. And we'll take our baby white. Yep, exactly. Exactly. And I'm not done with that one. I'm going to finish that one out. You know what? We might use, I think we've got some brown paint left. We may use brown paint instead of wax tonight. All right, so we got our baby wipe. We will dry it. And it is a paint inlay, guys. So it's paint on paint or paint on varnish. And I'm probably gonna fix that other one. It's gonna happen. so you can hang out with me while I fix it. Or come back and catch the replay. Those little bunny faces are so cute. Okay. So then we're just going to re-wet. I hope I gave this one enough time, y'all. Like I said, go slow, don't go fast. I'm over here going super, super fast. And like I said, your top carrier sheet, it's not straight, but your top carrier sheet should peel back easily. Let's start down here, I think, if I can grab it. Okay, can y'all see that? Can y'all see it? Give me some hearts if y'all can see it. I know it's a little bit backwards for y'all. It's sometimes hard to peel it when you're doing it on the live. Okay, so that one's like almost perfect. That one came out almost perfect and we did it really, really fast. So see the different colors, you're gonna get different results. Isn't that cute? So cute. Okay, put that over there. Give it a dry. So that's what I'm saying, start small because you have a more controlled space to work with to start. Okay? We're gonna come back to our rose or peony. I don't know what it's called, but what I'm gonna do, because there is still a good amount of paint on here that didn't come off, so I'm gonna I haven't done this before, y'all. I'm trying it just in case somebody's curious. I am gonna take some varnish and I'm gonna try to line it up. Worst case scenario, it's gonna look the same. I say that, hopefully. I may have smeared some of it because it's water-based. I hadn't sealed it yet. I didn't think about that, but okay. Let's see, which way is it going? Boy, I am testing my creativity here. Okay, let's start. I really have some confidence in myself to line this back up. It's not going to be lined up exactly, but you know what? If it's darker, it might look pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my original method, and I am just going to let that sit for a second. I'm gonna grab, these are now my craft room wipes. You can find them at Decoupage Central. Do !DC and it will take you to the Decoupage Central site. And then you have all of, just do a paint inlay as your search. I wish I had a brayer. Wish I had my brayer. I hate it when I don't get everything I wanted. What was I gonna say? Paint inlay. Go to !DC and search paint inlays. I'm gonna finish this one out. I'm gonna grab a All I did is put some paint into a stencil brush, and I'm gonna go around the edges, guys. So I'm not using wax, I'm using paint. Y'all have seen me do this. If you follow me over on Junk and Craft Treasures, you see me do this on my signs all the time. We could put a really cute stencil over it if we wanted to, but I'm gonna leave this for an all year spring, summer piece. I always say when you do your edges, start small, go bigger. You can always go larger instead of getting too much and then trying to go back. Now what I will do, and I know y'all can't see this, but I will take Rust-Oleum 2x Clear Matte. This is what I am going to seal this piece with, and then I will use my varnish, okay? I'm gonna see what, ah, I got a little more color this time, guys. Okay, good deal. Yay, yay, yay. Okay. Can y'all see the flower now? I got so much more color doing it the way I would normally do it. So I laid down my varnish, lined it back up pretty darn close. It's a little bit off, but you know what, y'all? Bear with me. And I know sometimes I go over 9 o'clock, but I want y'all to see how cool this really looks. I don't, Kathy, I don't, but you know what? No. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it because it really does look cool like that. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's brighter. Y'all, that may not be the look for y'all because it's got some of the distressing in the middle, but it really is brighter. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna touch it. I was gonna go over it and redo something on it, but I could still see there was a lot of paint, so it didn't stick to my varnish. And I think that's because I wetted it. Like I said, I normally don't wet my dead flat varnish. So if you're using that, I don't recommend it. Like I said, somebody today was like, no, I really think you get better results. So I was like, I'll try it. Nope, not a fan. But like I said, I'm trying to answer questions for y'all too. And like I said, it depends on your varnish. Right, I'm just getting a little bit of distressing around these edges. This is Woodwick by Fusion Mineral, guys. Folk Art has a color called Iced Coffee that is really, really similar to this. I think it's like $1.99 for paint. So if you want to try it to see what this brown looks like, absolutely. That is just kind of done the edges. Y'all, I am loving this green. Y'all know I love this green color anyway. Bottom. A little bit more down here. Okay. Y'all know I'm that person. It's pretty dry. Let me make sure it's dry brushed enough. Ah, I lost a rose. Just gonna add a little bit where I do not have the inlay, just to bring in some of that brown. You may not even be able to see it on your end. Okay. How pretty. I'll get it the right way, I promise. How pretty is that? Just a statement piece, guys. Got the little bunnies. So my intention is to have that with my other things like in the background. Super, super cute. So I'll spray that. I'll show you. Why not, right? Why not do step A to B? We got a fan going. We're good. If I can get the lid off. Hang on. Don't want to do it too heavy. But I'm showing you start to finish on this piece. And then I'll stick it to the side. That is it. So then When that dries, I can come back over it with my varnish. Okay? Easy peasy. Rust-Oleum matte, 2 times clear. My favorite sealer. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna go ahead and seal this one too. I know we already have the other sealer on there, but all right. Get this dry. Oh, there's the other bunny. We're gonna finish it out too. I should have gone ahead and sprayed that one while I was here. Hang on. Why do you use varnish? I just do it for an extra protection. You could use wax. You could use all kinds of things. I just do it for extra protection. I'm that person. I like to make sure if something's going, especially if it's going to somebody else, guys, that it's sealed properly. That way, if they do accidentally get water on it in a spot or something like that, it is ready to go. Yes, girl, I hear you. That dries pretty fast. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually already soaked in and dry. Just has an odor. I have fans, so we're good. Let me finish this piece up. So you can see we did 3 different ways, got 3 different results. So do I have any questions? And I'm gonna put this tray together and then I will pick a winner. Actually, guys, my computer's not working, so I will go through after the live and pick a winner because I cannot get on my computer and I know I've missed some comments and I don't want anyone that has commented to be left out. So I want to put them all in the generator that I use. Now, if you wanted to use red, if you don't want to use the distress look, like I said, I do, and I sell a lot of things that have the distress look. You can always stop at any point in your project that I show you how to do something. Do the look you like the best. I do get the dead flat varnish off of Amazon. Now, this one is already sealed. I sealed it before I painted it. So I can take my paint right over the top of that inlay and go the right direction. I just put the brown over all of it, okay? So here is that one. And then we've already got this one done. So let's just glue. Yeah, like I said, depending on how you do them, you get different looks. So I wanted to show that to y'all tonight. This is just stick fast for my feet. Make sure there's nothing on my table. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by one more time. Notice I didn't have any like hot glues or anything like that going when I sprayed my Rust-Oleum 2 times flat. We don't want to do that if we have other chemicals and things involved in a room. You want to have it well ventilated. I love stick fast. I do not recommend the thin. I recommend the thick. And I'm just putting these on here randomly. I know it holds no matter how I have it, and this is for us. That one's stuck. That one's stuck. See how fast they stick, guys? That's why I love stick fast. Especially bare wood. That one's not stuck yet. I'm not over too much. Okay, so we have our little stand, kind of got the vintage chippy flair look going on with that because we've got the chippy background, so we've got our chippy flower. It really does all go well together. If we wanted, we could even put our bunny, paint the edges real quick and show you what I'm talking about. Can y'all tell I do a lot of smalls? I do a lot of smalls. So we can put our bunny on here if we wanted to. And then if we wanted to, we could even put this with it and make like a little vignette area. How cute, y'all. How cute. What do y'all think? I am loving this one. I wasn't sure, but when I went back and got some more of that paint on there, it's like perfect for this surface. Right? Isn't that cute, y'all? Okay, so one inlay, one way. We just used multiple images on a piece of wood with paint technique. This one, we took a small piece of wood, one image on that one piece of wood, paint technique with some distressing, sprayed it, put some paint over the top of it. This one, we distressed our board first, then laid our varnish on, let our inlay get into the varnish. I know, it really is amazing now. It really is. And got all the detail and made a cute little stand, because this is what you'll see as far as the feet. We're not going to see the bottom, but that's what we see. So remember how I said everything will flow together? Everything flows together. All right, guys, I need to know 2 questions. Did you enjoy tonight's live? Did you enjoy us working through the issue with this one? And which is your favorite? I need to know all the things. So y'all, I am super excited because these all match together and it's gonna look really, really cool together. Yes, I know. So I hope y'all learned. I hope y'all are not gonna be scared to try them. Like I said, you can always start super small and then do whichever you like. That y'all, looking at this, like I am in love with this piece. I love this piece. I love them all for a different reason. Does that make sense? Like I love this piece because it's great for like a background picture. But this flower, oh my goodness. The flower is my favorite. And then the cute little bunny. Yes, I know, y'all. All right, guys, I am going to hop off. I will put y'all into the thing and let y'all know who has won after I get off of the live tonight. Like I said, we used some different techniques. We used the baby wipes. We used water. We used the varnish. I hope you learned some things tonight. If you have any questions, let us know. Don't be scared by them. Really, do not be scared by the projects. They are fun. They are really fun to work with. And like this one, just to say, didn't turn out exactly how I thought it was going to turn out. We went back, we played with it a little bit, and we got it even better than I think it would have looked if it would have all came out perfect because it all flows together. Yay, Lessa. I love it. If you're interested in the paint inlays, like I said, there's different price points. Go to !DC and it will take you to the Decoupage Central page, search paint inlays. If you want me to give you the link to the inlay specifically so you can use my link, just type the word inlay and I will send you a link to all of the inlays. She has lemons. She has some that are just flowers, like pages of flowers. She has this cute medley one. There's all kinds of different ones, guys. So, awesome, guys. I'll quit rambling. I'll let you go. If you are in the path of the weather, be safe, and I will see y'all. What is today? Tuesday? I will see y'all over here live on Sunday. Yes, the bunny's good. I know. So cute. Thanks, Deb. Thanks for everyone. Oh, my dada. I hope you can catch the replay. I know. They are, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see y'all on Sunday. And, y'all, I'm so excited about how all these turned out. All right, guys. Have a great night.